is an Anbernic RG355. It's a handheld emulator that can play all of your favorite old school video games, but it also runs Android, which means in theory, we should be able to run some powerful BMW apps like ProTool. Alright, let's get this thing connected. Now this does have Wi-Fi, which I will test out later in the video, but at least for the coding portion, since I had the equipment, I am going to go with a wired connection, and it should be a little quicker and safer that way. And then just a little note, if you are going to use a wired connection like I'm doing, just go ahead and disable Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. I found that ProTool had issues connecting via ENET if those were left on. Remove the legal disclaimer. So that's going to disable that annoying pop-up that comes up every time you turn the car on. So to get rid of that legal disclaimer, I'm going to go all the way down to radio system at the bottom, and then go down to coding. Edit coding. And then each time you go to code something, it's going to prompt you to create a backup. So we'll go ahead and do that, and we'll name it what we're about to do. So we'll name this one our legal disclaimer. So remove legal disclaimer. We're going to change that to enable. And then we'll hit finalize. Tire pressure and temp. So this is going to add temperature to your tire status display in the iDrive menu. And I didn't even realize that my TPMS sensors could do temperature, and I'm not sure why BMW would disable that, but it's a cool feature to unlock in your iDrive. So tire pressure and temp, this is also under the radio section, so it should be close to the bottom here. All right, tire pressure and temp in iDrive. Let's set that to enable. And then finalize. Door handle LEDs in reverse. Just like the description says, when you put your car in reverse, those little lights in the door handles will light up and give you better visibility when you're backing up at night. So these next few are going to be under FEM module or front electronics module. And then again, we'll go into coding, edit coding, and then make our backup. And then we're going to go down to door handle LED in reverse and hit enable and finalize. And don't worry if you see any errors or anything on your dashboard. Once this finishes, that will clear that. And then the next time that you start the car, all those errors should be gone. Rear taillight DRL. So this is going to turn your taillights into daytime running lights so that they're always on when the car is running, regardless of the position of the headlight switch. So rear taillight DRL. So the first step is actually under the FEM coding. So we'll hit that right there. Rear taillight with DRL. And we'll enable that in this one. Finalize. And then we're going to go back out to the REM, the rear electronics module, for the second part. And then at the very bottom, you're going to see taillights as DRL, and then you can enable that there and hit finalize. Now with the default setting in ProTool, if you just do that first part, only the outer part of the taillights are going to light up, but I didn't really like that. So if you actually go into expert and where it says mapping
tag 5
H2L output, you're going to change that to SL2. And then also mapping
tag 5
H2R output, and also change that to SL2R. Disable front window interrupt. So what this does is it allows the windows to keep going up when you open the door, and it's probably turned off by default for safety reasons, but it can be annoying if you're in a hurry. All right, we're gonna go down to front window interrupt. You can see it's enabled by default, and we're gonna disable that one and then hit finalize. Comfort close with key fob. So by default, if you hold down the unlock button on your key for a few seconds, it will actually roll all the windows down and open the sunroof. But if you enable this comfort close with the key fob, you can actually hold down the lock button and that will roll up the windows and close the sunroof. So now we're going to go down to comfort closing with fob. You can see that it's disabled. We're going to go ahead and enable that one. Finalize. Rear fog lights. So most BMWs actually have rear fog lights built into the taillights, and it gives your car better visibility from behind in bad weather, but for some reason BMW disables that feature on the US models of these cars. Now I already did a video on the rear fog lights a few years ago, and it involves sort of modifying the headlight switch, so I'm going to drop a link to the full tutorial if you want to see that. But for some reason when I installed the 6WB cluster, it erased the rear fog light coding, so let's go ahead and recode those. So for the rear fog lights, part 1 is under the FEM coding, and you're going to go under standard, and then we're looking for rear fog lights, and it says not installed by default, and we're going to go down here and put installed and hit confirm on there, finalize. Then we'll go under REM module. We're going to go down to rear fog lights again, hit enable and finalize. Temperature warning disable. So this is going to disable that pop-up that comes up in the winter that gives everyone a jump scare telling you that it's 37 degrees outside. Alright, so for this one we're going to go under cluster. We'll go into standard and then find the one that says temperature warning. And then we'll change this one to disable. Confirm and finalize. And then each time you do one of these, you're going to notice your cluster reset, which is fine. Before I break something that I don't know how to fix, let's move on here. Alright, it's a new day, and there's one more thing that I wanted to test out in the video, and that's the live gauges. I want to see how well these work over Wi-Fi with my keys adapter. That way I don't have to drive with a 6-foot cable wrapped around my leg. Once it's connected, go to Engine, Live Data, and Gauges. There are tons of parameters that you can view and log in real time. You can even customize the look of the gauges. I went with that BMW orange color to match the cluster. Alright, so we are wireless here. And you can configure up to 8 gauges, which admittedly looks a little cramped on this screen. I probably wouldn't do more than 4, but it is fun to play around with. Alright, so I did notice that the gauges lagged a bit over the Wi-Fi connection. It's not terrible, but look how much more fluid they move over ENET. I still think that this would be great for monitoring temps where you don't need that instantaneous readout, but for something like Buice, I'd definitely go with a wired connection. It might be cool to tuck that wire somewhere where it's still easily accessible. Alright, so there's a few different versions of these, and you have to be careful because not all of them run Android, but I'm going to put a link to this exact one that I used in the video down in the description. And if you're just interested in ProTool, you can just download that right from the Play Store. Not sponsored, just a happy customer. Just note that ProTool is for BMW brands only, so that's BMW, Mini, and Rolls-Royce. Now there's probably other generic OBD apps that you could get. As long as it runs on Android, theoretically you should be able to run it on here. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this one. For a lot of millennials like myself, this was our childhood right here in this box. I have so many memories back in like elementary school playing Pokemon with my friends on the playground, or being on a road trip with my parents and playing this in the backseat, and it just feels like a full circle moment now, over 20 years later, using one of these to program my BMW. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.